Well, Adrian, first off, congratulations on the win. And you know, when Coach and I talk about your game, you're hard to stop when you get the ball low and get it one-on-one with anyone that tries to match up with you. But I want to ask you about the other side, the defensive side, because a lot of times if guards are not doing their job in stopping penetration, you end up in foul trouble. Talk about your communication with the guards in that situation. What do you try to tell them to make sure that you got to stay in the ball game?
Depending on what defense we're in, man or zone, I always try to talk to them to make sure they know someone's coming or to get help or something like that. Though, like, they can't always hear me because we're in the game mode pretty much. But really, we just have to like stop penetration. Really, it's mostly the guy guarding the ball. We just have to get better at stopping that first penetration. Because I'm sure that the help will get there, even if it is kind of late. But really, the big thing is just stopping the ball.
Adrian, there was kind of a feeling tonight that I thought was different than the NCC tournament. What was it that picked you guys up, especially after that first quarter?
I know a big thing that we've been talking about that I've been reminding them about all game was our intensity, and that's what we've been talking about all week. Yesterday, while we were watching film, he showed us some of the sectional of the team last year.
Okay.
And he was showing us how hard they played, and then it just made us realize. So throughout the entire game today, I was just reminding them to keep up the pressure and don't let back.
What, are you thinking ahead a little bit, or is it natural to do that the week before the sectional tournament and some of the things you guys have to really clean up before you get to that first game next week?
Yeah, I mean, really the thing that I think that we just need to clean up the most is just how hard we play. Because sometimes, we'll have spurts where we're all playing really hard and we'll be playing good basketball just in Kokomo, after the second half, I think, and when we just came back like that.
Yeah.
But then as soon as we relax, like we did in that game, the other team starts to catch back up, and then that's how we end up losing.
Is that intensity also part of the reason why we might see you guys score 19 in one quarter and then 5 in the next quarter? That up and down is really something I haven't seen in a long time, and it's been that way all year long.
Yeah, I know. That's the same thing. That's just a really big thing we need to start. The first quarter today, we were just shooting all threes. And then our pressure wasn't very good, and you could tell by the scoreboard.
Yeah.
But then after that first quarter, once we picked it up and started getting on them and penetrating more, we started scoring more, and then we got this result.
All right, let me ask you real quickly. Next week, you're going to play Greenfield in that first game. After tonight, you still have Friday to play, and I understand that. But that's senior night, and that night can always be a distraction. So I'm sure you kind of have to overplay that a little bit. Are you guys getting close? Because I think that tournament could be wide open if you'd said what you just said, that you guys play as consistent as you did in the 3 quarters tonight. Is it wide open for you guys?
Yeah, I think we have a great chance of making it all the way. As long as we can just remind ourselves to continue to play hard. Just today, Cruz was talking to us before the JV game. He talked to us all about our intensity and playing and all that stuff. And he said the points will come, but if we just play as hard as we possibly can for 32 minutes, there should be no one that can stop us.